like going out but hate going out at the same time? Do you slightly cringe at the idea of going to a friend's birthday party knowing you really won't know anyone else there? Or what about when you just don't know what to expect and the thought just like tears you up? What do? What's poppin', y'all? It's Mental Health Baddie J, here to help you protect your peace in these untherapized streets. And depending on who you talk to, you may find out that Annie hates going out. Now, I don't hate going out. Let me rephrase that. I don't hate going out. But when I do go out, it's like a whole process to even mentally prepare to be out and about with folks in the world and people, with other people. Now, depression and anxiety aside, there are times where I have to literally put that shit on the back burner and just show up for my people, because they're my people and you show up when you need to show up for those you like to show up for. But here's my list of 5 tips for going out when you really just don't want to. Tip number 1, set realistic expectations for yourself. Don't pressure yourself to socialize excessively. You don't have to be the life of the party. Just be yourself. I'm usually on whatever vibe is the energy that's on in the room. If we're twerking on the tables, if we sitting there cute and bopping in the chair, we sitting there cute and we bopping in the chair. Attend for a short time, leave if and when you're not comfortable anymore. How long is the event? You can set a time for you to gauge how long or how you feel when you're there and decide if you want to stay there or not. Because I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I have a set length of time when it comes to most events, especially when I'm already feeling some type of way about having to go. So beforehand, I'll be like, I'm going to give it 2 hours. They're going to get 2 hours of my time today. If the event was supposed to start at 7, but it didn't start till 8, but I got there at 7, guess what? My 2 hours started when I got there. It doesn't start when the event actually starts, especially if the event didn't start on time, regardless. Now, if at that time, at the end of the 2 hours, if I'm having a good time and I don't feel like leaving, then I'll stay and I'll keep the party going with everyone else. But when I've had enough, your girl has had enough. And when it's time for me to leave, it's time for me to go. Now, trust me, it is not y'all, it's me. I recognize that it is all on me. It's not on y'all. Tip number 2, bring a supportive friend with you. Bring you a +1. Have a trusted friend accompany you to events for emotional support. Having a +1 can make or break an event for me, especially, again, if I don't know anyone else that's going to be there. It can be hella awkward. Well, for me, it can. But even if you don't have a +1, have a friend check on you. Be like, hey girl, can you text me after a while? Let's check on me to make sure I'm good. You may need an emergency phone call to get out of the event. Who knows? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Tip number 3, don't overbook yourself in a short span of time. Plan your calendar and always be reviewing it, and schedule rest time and nothing days. If you're busy on a Friday night and Saturday, then guess what? Unless you're taking Monday off, maybe you should just make plans to just chill on Sunday and don't have any major obligations, or do whatever you want to do. Or whatever day where you don't have plans, make sure you take that time for yourself. Next tip. Tip number 4, practice self-compassion. Don't criticize yourself for being anxious. Be kind and patient with yourself. And if you decide at the last minute that you just don't think you can go to this event or to this party, then don't. But at least be a decent human being and let the host or whoever know that you can't make it, especially if they were already expecting you. Maybe make it up to them later. Moment of transparency, I had a friend's birthday party, and I'm big on birthdays, and I just couldn't make it. The reason I couldn't make it is at the last minute, I literally had a major anxiety attack. I was crying nonstop. And usually I can be like, slap myself in the face and be like, Jay, get it together. I could not get it together at that moment. I couldn't. And I would rather not attend this birthday party for my friend, and be like the Debbie Downer in the room. I'd rather not attend and just be the hot ass mess that I am at home than to ruin her day. Now, I did tell her I couldn't make it, and when I was better, I treated her to lunch and we talked about it. I told her what happened and apologized, but she understood. At the end of the day, communication. Let your people know what's going on with you. Now, tip number 5, have an exit plan. Knowing you can leave whenever you need to can definitely reduce that anxiety. Again, plan a polite way to exit a conversation, or even the event if you start feeling overwhelmed. You know, having an escape route can provide a sense of control, at least for me. If you're with a loved one or with a friend, have a code word. That's what I do. I have a code word to let them know I'm ready to go. If my husband is with his people and, you know, or if I'm with my people and the other one doesn't want to say anything, we have a code word that means like, hey, I'm just letting you know whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Now, thank God we're in the year of 2023 and you can always have an Uber, but I always drive myself to events because A, I can leave when I want, and B, it ensures that I won't overdo it with the drinking or whatnot because, baby, when I'm ready to go, I don't want to depend on no one else. I'm ready to go. Now, those tips aside, I will say this. Even if you don't have anxiety when it comes to social gatherings, maybe this video will help you realize another perspective and give those grace when they can't make it, especially if they usually do. If they usually show up and then something comes up and then they can't, it happens. So be kind to each other. Okay. So let me know, did this video help? Let me know in the comments, and also if you also have any other hacks that you have when it comes time to people and you really don't feel like peopling. Let me know in the comments so we can talk about it. Until then, you guys be safe out here, protect yourself, and thank you for tuning in. If you're new, welcome. Hope to see you again. Till next time. Bye y'all. Subscribe.